Hey, go homie, it's Bella Bowman.
And Elijah Stock. Today we will be bringing you announcements, weather, sports, and more.
And GPATV starts right now.
Final time. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Homie's library book and ebook collection, Overdrive ebooks, and EBSCO's books are available outside of Homie's network. You can now access the following links remotely from all your devices. Now let's watch weather with Morgan.
What's up, Homie? I'm Morgan with your weekly weather. On Friday, there will be a high of 77 and a low of 55. Over the weekend, temperatures will drop into the mid-60s, picking up to 73 on Monday and 81 on both Tuesday and Wednesday. This has been Morgan with your weekly weather. Now back to the studio.
Good job, Morgan. Your smile is all the sunshine we need, but thanks for the weather report anyways. Moonlight Masquerade Prom 2019 for juniors and seniors. Tickets are $80 with ASB or $90 without ASB. Prom will be on the Hornblower Cruise from 6 to 10 p.m. in downtown San Diego on Saturday, April 27th.
Now let's go to a news story on entrepreneurship by Pablo Hernandez.
All across America and in every high school, students are planning their futures and deciding what they want to do with their life. Some students say they want to be a doctor, others say a musician, though only some put in effort to become what they want to be. Guahomie has students just like that. One of them is a senior named Jose Hernandez. He is a student that is taking an alternative approach with his future. Rather than wanting to work for someone else, he wants to be his own boss. Thus, he has pursued a path towards entrepreneurship and business.
And you might want to drag the folder and put it here so it's...
Jose did not always want to start his own business. He envisioned himself becoming a graphic designer or pursuing a computer science related career. Although he wanted to be his own boss and he wasn't happy with the money, he didn't want to follow the traditional path of working for someone else. That led him to the Amazon affiliate program, a path that eventually did not suit him but opened the gateway to other possibilities.
I liked to do graphic designing, but I saw that they weren't making necessarily that much good of income unless you stayed in for many years. So I started looking up videos on YouTube on how to make extra money, and I came across this affiliate marketing. It sounded super easy at first. It said basically you promote another person's product or website. If people click onto the website and you redirect them towards the other person's website or product, then you make a certain commission from it. And all you have to do is basically, you're an influencer, you have to promote other people's product, and so you make money. So I was like, okay, this is super easy. And I found out the hard way that it's not super easy as it sounds, and I lost a bit of money, but I learned from it. I learned a lot from it, and I'm still going to go back to it eventually later on. Just when I get the right experience. And so after that, I found out about Amazon merch. It does include graphic designing and making logos and designs, and I learned a lot from it. I ended up making like my first purchase within 3 weeks. It was like $5. So I mean, who's gonna give you $5 like from online? No one. And so that to me shows that the potential of this is endless. And so it just got me more fixated into continuing this entrepreneurship and business and being your own person making your own salary whenever you want to.
It's been a few years since Jose discovered the affiliate program, and Jose has envisioned a future for himself in which he is the boss. He has been researching various aspects of business, and his experience of computer science and graphic designing came in handy.
So what I'm currently doing right now, I ended up talking to this real estate who flips houses, and I started talking to him and seeing how I can get into this. And at first he said, okay, you need to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is a book by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's a really good book. And it turns out a lot of other people start off with that book, and it sends the basic fundamentals of what the idea of business is and entrepreneurship is. And after that, I finished the book, and he told me to read another book, and I haven't had the time to actually finish it. I'm barely the first chapter in, but so far I'm catching up on financial education and just figuring out how the whole system works before I can actually jump into it. And so I'm at this point where I have to just keep on reading and finishing it to see where I go from there. And then I'm still continuing to do the merch by Amazon, but as with school, I haven't had the time to go onto it. And right now, I'm talking to these business people that sell life insurance, but I'm going to their seminars and I'm getting some experience on how they actually get money.
Though he hasn't learned all of this on his own, Jose has had someone mentoring him and informing him on what exactly he needs to do in order to succeed.
My coach ended up knowing a lot of people that he connected with in his teenage years, and he ended up knowing this Filipino. His name is Oscar. He's pretty nice, and he has a lot that to contribute. And he started off by marketing, and he wanted to get into making money, and so he decided to start with real estate. And I just hit him up on Instagram. I talked to him, and he's like, "Oh, great! Like, you know, the coach told me about you, and we want to get started with you. And so I need to have you read these books by the end of hopefully this year, and then sign up onto this program online on giving me more information about what it is on real estate. And from there, I'll just see. Hopefully, I can meet him in person and actually start doing this with them."
Jose stands out from your average students. He has chosen a different path that not many would choose. Rather than working for someone else, he wants to build up his own name and be his own boss. Throughout the past years in high school, he has made it clear that he very much wants to succeed, and that he truly is dedicated to ensuring that his path ends in success. He can serve as an inspiration to others, especially those who are younger, that it is never too early to make your dream a reality. This has been Paulo Hernandez, signing out.
Good job, Pablo. I could use someone in that line of business myself.
Really?
Yeah. Now let's watch Sports with Nick.
What's poppin', my homies? It's your boy Nick coming at you with your school sports report. First up, we have the NBA playoffs. Today there are two games between the Nuggets and the Spurs, and the Warriors versus the Clippers. Also, in the NHL, today the Golden Knights clash against the Sharks. Attention, 8th through 11th graders interested in playing football at Guahomie. Spring practices will be starting on February 8th, Mondays and Wednesdays at the Vista Sports Park from 3:30 to 5. Bring athletic attire with cleats if you have them. We will be getting ready for the upcoming season in August. See Mr. Mormon if you have questions. I've been Nick with your sports. Now back to the studio.
Great job, Nick. Attention, 8th through 11th graders. The City of Vista is looking for students who want to pursue opportunities to get involved in local government. If you are interested in being part of the decision-making teams in our community, please stop by the front desk and pick up an application for Youth Commissioner. The applications are due May 1st. That sounds like a wonderful opportunity. Ah! What was that for?
You'll understand when we get to this next news story with Elijah Stock's story on Jeet Kune Do.
Martial arts is an art form used since the beginning of time. It's been used all across the globe. You got fighting styles such as karate, Muay Thai, Kung Fu, boxing, and so much more. But we all know what it means to combine all of those together. And that's called mixed martial arts. But the question you might ask is, when did it start? Well, I'm going to tell you today. It started from a very unique martial arts form called Jeet Kune Do, invented by the legendary Bruce Lee. The fact that I have no experience in martial arts whatsoever, besides taking a cheap karate class in 4th grade, I was curious to find out for myself another martial artist's input on this topic of Jeet Kune Do. Where I'm going is the White Dragon Martial Arts School, and they specialize in Choi Li Foot, which is another form of Kung Fu similar to Wing Chun found in China.
I know that Bruce Lee, he didn't study too much of Choi Li Foot. He knew of Choi Li Foot people. His first martial art that he ever studied was Wing Chun. It's another southern style of Chinese martial arts, and Choi Li Foot and Wing Chun have kind of been brother systems growing up in Hong Kong and southern China for a while, and they competed a lot. So Bruce Lee did run into Choi Li Foot a lot, and probably got into some fights with some Choi Li Foot people in the past as well. So it definitely influenced his martial arts.
Before Bruce Lee was able to master all of his martial arts that he needed in order to combine it into Jeet Kune Do, it all started off with Wing Chun, and it was taught by the great grandmaster named Yip Man, who taught many students, and all of his students thrived to become what they wanted in martial arts.
So he had to try and change his Wing Chun a little bit, and with that he started making Jeet Kune Do from there. He took all the different kind of styles, his favorite parts of it, and made a little bit more of a fighting style, and made Jeet Kune Do from that.
Compared to MMA, Jeet Kune Do is a very complicated fighting technique. Bruce Lee describes it as formlessness, such as water. He says in his book, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do favors formlessness so that it can assume all forms, and since Jeet Kune Do has no style, it can fit in with all styles. As a result, Jeet Kune Do utilizes all ways and is bound by none, and likewise uses any techniques or means which serve its end.
So MMA is just mixed martial arts, and even go a little farther back, Choi Li Foot's a little bit of a mixed martial art too. There were styles in China called Choi Gar, Li Gar, and then Foot means Buddha, so it's the Shaolin Temple. So they mix a little bit of martial arts too, becoming a mixed martial art like how Jeet Kune Do did it. Jeet Kune Do did more of a different martial art, so it turns into more of a mixed martial art in a way. But mixed martial art nowadays is a lot of more for sport, because you have a lot of the UFC and everything, and they have rules to it. You can't just kill people right away, stuff like that. So I feel like the big differences in Jeet Kune Do is more for self-defense, for life or death. Bruce Lee loved philosophy. His master, Ip Man, loved philosophy, so he put a lot of that into his style.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend, like that.
I see, I get the idea. I get the power behind it.
Thanks, Elijah. That was very informative, and I might want to try out some Jeet Kune Do?
Jeet Kune Do.
Jeet Kune Do? Okay.
That's all for today, Go Homie. It's been Elijah here.
And Bella.
Now signing out.